Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special video of today. If you're tuning in just new to this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and click on the notification bell to keep up to date with our videos. In this special video, we'll be talking about the benefits of volunteerism. Yes, there are many of you youths out there who've gone to apply for jobs, and the reply has always been they want people with 3 years experience, they want people with 7 years experience, and so you're wondering probably, what am I going to do? I don't have this number of years of experience. I'm just coming out of the university and stuff like that. And so we'll be looking at some of the benefits, and maybe after the video you find yourself at a position where you have a solution to that particular problem, and in so doing you get better opportunities for yourself. So let's start off by first of all defining what volunteerism is all about. Now, volunteerism comes from the word voluntary, and voluntary means you doing something out of your own will, out of your own decision, with nobody forcing you, nobody asking you to do it. You just do it out of your own will. So volunteerism is all about you giving your services, you helping people to meet up with their needs and their wants for practically no financial benefits, practically no gain at the end of the day. So it's just you giving out those services for free, and that's volunteerism. But in the nutshell, in the whole phenomenon of volunteerism, at the tail end of it, you discover that the benefits are just so enormous, and in this video we are aiming at looking at some of those benefits. Now let's get started. The first benefit of volunteerism perhaps is the fact that it's a humanitarian work you are doing, and so it comes with that natural satisfaction, that natural self-esteem that you're doing something to help the community. You're doing work that's going to benefit other people, that's going to put a smile on other people, and so that satisfaction is just so overwhelming. And that's the very first benefit of volunteerism. You get to satisfy people at the moment you want. You get to satisfy people with what you have. And that satisfaction, that community service you're doing to people, the smiles you're putting on their faces, the impact you're creating in your community is just so overwhelming. It's something you just can't outdo. And so that's the very first importance of volunteerism. Now let's go critical. Let's look at other benefits of volunteerism. It helps you to discover your purpose. Volunteerism helps you to discover your purpose. There are many times we are just thrown out there to life, and we wonder, what are we actually good at? What are we actually out here for? What is our purpose on earth? And at times when you get to do something voluntarily, when you tend to assist someone in one way or the other, you get to truly discover that purpose that you were sent on earth to do. And so that's another very important advantage or benefit of volunteerism. You discover your purpose, you see maybe an opportunity, and that is truly where your skills, your best talent is on. You take a volunteering course somewhere, or you study with some people, or you assist them in their study, and you discover that you're actually very, very great at that, and you discover that that is what you were meant to do. And so that is the volunteerism you are looking for. Now, another very important aspect of volunteerism is the fact that it creates and it builds new relationships. It creates what we call in our context les réseaux, connections. And at times you come out from school, you have nobody, you know of nobody, your uncle, your aunties, none of them are in the government, and you're wondering how you're going to get into this and stuff like that. At times the answer lies in volunteerism. If you take that bold step to go to that government office and tell them you want to do work voluntarily, maybe as a secretary, voluntarily maybe as a clerk or something, and at the end of the day, you are going to build relationships in that office. You're going to build relationships in that government infrastructure. You're going to build relationships in that government institutions that are going to be for life. You're going to have those connections. You are going to create your own connections. That is a very important aspect of volunteerism. When you volunteer with people, when you volunteer among youth, among leaders, you get the connections, you get the liberty, you get the opportunity to maybe have contacts of people. You could call them at any moment when you want something, when you need something, and they are going to come to your rescue because they know who you are, they know what you do, they know that you are all about doing the good for the people. And so that is another very important aspect of volunteerism. Volunteerism again also helps you activate your career. That is, it helps you build on what you want to become. You want to become a medical doctor, you are just studying in school, but for example, if you don't have internships and you don't get to go volunteer at the center to offer services to learn from those who are already experts in the field, it's going to be very difficult for you to activate your career. Even when you want to look for a job, are you sure you're going to be placed at the hospital after your graduation? And so Volunteerism helps you activate that career. It activates it for you. You get to a center, maybe you get to a school, you volunteer to be a teacher, and at the end of the day, you find yourself getting that job simply because of that aspect of volunteerism. Another important aspect of volunteerism, which is what I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, is the experience. You see, you get out of school, and I'll take, for example, a course like project management. You get out of school after studying project management for maybe 5 years. You have your master's degree in project management, and you go into maybe handle a project of someone. The question they're definitely going to ask you is what experience you've got. I can't give you a project of 100 million francs CFA to run for maybe 3 months when you don't have experience in handling such amounts of money before. And so people will always be in doubt. You're coming out from school with a master's, but that's not enough. And so you need volunteerism to give you that experience. You need to maybe volunteer other people who have been handling such projects. You volunteer, give your services, you learn from them, you get the connections from them, you activate your process, you activate your career behind them, and you build that experience. You take 3 years, you take 4 years, you volunteer, and then you get that experience that you will want. So take volunteerism as another aspect of your education. It is something that should go alongside with your education. Volunteerism also gives you the opportunity to gain some skills that school will not give you. Many of us go to African institutions where the education there is just theoretical, and at times it does not give you the hands on deck skills. It does not give you the practical capabilities to be able to soar when you get into your academic or into your professional setting, into your job world. And definitely some of the ways you can get those skills is only through volunteerism. When you get yourself to go and do something voluntarily, to offer voluntary services, to offer your time, to offer your knowledge to people for free, you in turn gain a lot of skills. Just imagine you, a computer scientist coming out from the university, and you have a degree in a computer software or computer something, and you don't have certain other important skills. You don't have a full mastery of JavaScript because your education was limited. You don't have a full mastery of web designing. One of the best things you could do is to go and volunteer under a company which is renowned, which is living real life, because at school you are not living real life. You go and volunteer under a company which is living real life, which is having those requests, those jobs for them to build actual websites and host them. You get yourself to volunteer under them. You learn some new skills. You familiarize yourself with the new tools in ICT and all of those things. And so volunteerism is definitely very, very great. Another great opportunity or another great advantage of volunteerism is the fact that it builds your CV. It builds your resume. It also helps you to, have a portfolio. There are many jobs out there that will not take someone who has never volunteered. That's just the truth. There are many jobs, there are many fellowships, there are many universities, there are many opportunities, there are many research opportunities out there waiting for you. And one of the key things that will make you stand out are the number of volunteering experiences you've had. They want to see who you are. Can you give yourself to the community for free? Can you offer your services for free? And that is what they are interested in looking at. And so please, you must take out time to volunteer, to build your CV, to build your resumes, and secure better opportunities tomorrow. There is no need to rush. Take your time. While you are still in school, while you're out of school, while you're working, there is no need to rush. You get into volunteerism, you keep on increasing and building your portfolio. Another great importance, especially for you who are looking for universities out there, is the aspect of recommendation. Volunteerism gives you that ability to easily get recommendations. When you do voluntary work for people, the least they can do is to give you a recommendation. There are many of you who are faced with difficulties. You want to apply for a school, you want to apply for an educational program, an exchange program, and you don't have someone who is going to write a recommendation that will meet the requirements of the program, that will meet the taste, that will catch the audience that you are trying to please. And so you need someone who can be able to write that recommendation for you. And most often, even your school lecturers don't really know you that much. Most often, at times, maybe even your bosses at work may not know you that much, may not see you in that aspect. But when you volunteer for someone, the person sees you truly for who you are, someone who gives services for basically nothing. And at that moment, the person feels very elevated. It feels very motivated to write you a recommendation that is going to be a key to your life. And so those are some of the benefits of volunteerism. Now, having understood some of those benefits, now let's look at when probably you should volunteer. There is no particular time limit for you to volunteer or for you not to volunteer. Even when you have that dream job, even when you get that dream position of your life, even when you are at the top, you still need to give your services for free. You still need to voluntarily do things for people and the community. That is the impact we have been talking about. That is who we want you guys to become. And so at every single moment, if you are in school, please take this seriously. If you are still studying, if you are at the level of high school, you are at the level of your degree, you are at the level of masters, you are at the level of PhD, take out time to give your services voluntarily. Why do I say so? Because I've always painted a scenario. You have a student who is going to school, does nothing, scores good grades, and you have another one who is in that same school, maybe has an average mark, but has a lot of experience outside there because they are volunteering while they are studying. At the end of the day, when they go to the job market, trust me, they are never going to pick someone who has better grades over someone who has that experience. And so you can volunteer while you're still in school. Manage your time. Volunteerism also helps you to manage your time. So manage your time. Look at what you can be doing. While you're studying, create out some hours to help, to assist, maybe to teach some students in your quarter, maybe to assist in cleaning the streets, or maybe to assist in an office. Those are things you can do while you are at work. There is nothing stopping you. You don't work for the whole week. You don't work every day. So you can create out 1 or 2 hours to volunteer. I personally once volunteered to teach online classes to students across the continent in Asia, and I was working. So you too can do it. There are many people who work and they still give out their services voluntarily. So take out time to volunteer. If this video has been helpful to you, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends, share this video with family members, and let us keep building and molding the Cameroonian youth we want, the African youth we want. Thank you, and see you in my next video.